Yesterday, we broke down how the Trump administration is taking all of the work that the Obama administration did on raising fuel efficiency standards in cars, of which they set very ambitious targets. By very ambitious, I mean they would help catch us up to where the rest of the world is. But it was big, and it was actually leading to car companies making more efficient cars. Well, the Trump administration is tearing that up. So you can say goodbye to all of that. We have now gone back 15 years or something like that in terms of fuel efficiency. That was the Trump administration yesterday. Please go watch that clip. Today we turn to the car manufacturers and what they're doing behind the scenes to help out the Trump administration in making sure that our cars are as dirty and polluting and as inefficient as possible. Now, there is good news coming out of car manufacturers. They are doing a lot of work on both electric cars and hydrogen-powered cars. They're coming out with ones that I think are to be more appealing to more people. All of that is good news. But that's the forward-facing thing. That's to appeal to consumers. Behind the scenes, they're doing some lobbying. Last month, a major lobbying arm of the car industry, the Alliance of Automobile Manufacturers, quietly submitted a report to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. The goal of the Alliance report is to discredit the long-established science linking carbon pollution to dangerous climate change and linking toxic air pollution to sickness and death. So on the front, they say, hey, we emit less carbon, we're totally efficient, man, it's awesome. On the back, they're saying, you know, I don't even know if that science is really all that accurate. Is carbon really causing the world to get hotter? Are these emissions really leading to spikes in cardiovascular disease and things like that? And one of the ways that we know it's going to be biased is that one of the report's authors is climate science denier Joseph D'Alio. Now, back in 2008, he published a list titled 12 Facts About Global Climate Change That You Won't Read in the Popular Press. Here are some highlights. Temperatures have been cooling since 2002, even as carbon dioxide has continued to rise. If that blows your mind as a viewer of TYT, it's probably because it's not remotely true, but he said it. Carbon dioxide is a trace gas and by itself will produce little warming. That is 100% countered by all of the science that we have. CO2 has been totally uncorrelated with temperature over the last decade and significantly negative since 2002. Again, simply untrue. And then he inevitably has to do what every climate science denier does, which is imply that carbon is actually good. He says CO2 is not a pollutant, but a naturally occurring gas. Together with chlorophyll and sunlight, it's an essential ingredient in photosynthesis and is accordingly plant food.
Oh, that's awesome. So why don't we put you in a room and just pump it with as much CO2 as possible and see how you fare?
Naturally occurring.
Yeah, it's actually really great for you. I heard it really improves your skin.
Yeah, like the natural, what we breathe out and the trees process and bring it back, this nice natural thing. So you can suck on a tailpipe and it's totally cool.
Sure.
That's who wrote this report that the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is going to be using for some of their advisory role when it has to do with cars and climate.
It's propaganda. There's no truth to it, but it's out there. This disinformation machine that they've created continues to be fed by all of these special interest groups. In this case, it's the automobile lobby, but they really don't need it to win over this administration. As we've said, this administration wants these rollbacks. They don't care about pollutions and emissions. This is as cancer rates go up, as so many victims of these pollutants, particularly in urban centers, continue to be revealed. We get this kind of information out there. As I say, I mean, it's not fact-based information, but it's propaganda that will be used in the argument. You're going to see more and more of this. It'll be reprinted and regurgitated by this administration in every way when this argument comes up.
Yeah, and also, let's be clear. Every time you see a commercial by Ford, GM, Toyota, where they're touting their fuel-efficient vehicles and how they care about the environment and how they're doing what they can to clean up the pollution, keep in mind that behind the scenes, what they're really doing is hiring this climate science denier to do their bidding and lobby our elected officials to continue deregulating whatever environmental protections we have.
Yeah.
So that's shady.
Yeah. I guess the only positive is that because they operate in a capitalist system, they will, while they'll do all this stuff, they do at the end of the day have to make money. And they are betting, and there's some evidence that it will actually be the case, they're betting that they can twist the system and get you to buy heavily polluting, gigantic SUVs that you don't actually need and all of that stuff. They are desperately trying to get back to the 90s and the early 2000s where they were doing that, selling people cars that they don't need because they cost more money and the profit margins are a lot higher. Back a couple of years ago, I owned a Chevy. It was an electric car. I loved it. and Chevy didn't give a damn about that car. The dealerships didn't give a damn about that car. But thankfully it sold pretty well. And so they come out recently with the Chevy Bolt, which goes like 240 miles on electricity. And I guarantee Chevy still doesn't give a damn about that car. But if people buy a lot of them, and at the very least in LA they are, then they're gonna make more. And eventually we can drag them into the modern day and force them to make cars that are good both for American consumers and also for the world at large. And hopefully force them to stop doing this sort of thing in the background.
And last point on that, the economics will help dictate where this goes. And that's exactly what you're saying. And I think the other component of that is fuel prices. They continue to go up. And so you can roll back fuel efficiency, but believe it or not, as a consumer notion, fuel efficiency is going to become important. And so people are going to start looking for more fuel efficient vehicles. And if you don't have them, then they're likely going to go to another company. So the marketplace in this case might actually make a difference. And they're propping up the marketplace, for solar and all the rest right now. And they're putting that tax on solar, a de facto tax by taxing the solar panels that are coming in from overseas. These are things they're doing to try to prop up old energy, dirty energy like coal. But in the end, the marketplace will win out. And in this case, I think John, who's suggesting, hey, look, those fuel efficient vehicles, they probably are going to be of greater appeal to the consumer. That's right.
I hope so. I hope so. And thank you for mentioning those tariffs again on the solar. It's an incredibly important story. It's so sad to see that we have this opportunity to be a world leader on this sort of technology, to actually ramp it up a lot. It's becoming far, far more price competitive with dirty forms of energy. And to see the Trump administration come in and attempt to handicap the deployment of this clean energy across the country is really disheartening.
If you want to get the whole Young Turks show every single day, become a member, tytnetwork.com/join. And once you do, you'll be saying,
I'm like a smart person.
Or you might say,
I think it's weird.
Or you might say,
oops.
No, that won't be that one. It won't be that one. It'll be great, trust me. tytnetwork.com/join.